All right. The recording worked for the first time ever tonight. That's awesome. I didn't have to do anything extra. So it is February 21st. So thank you guys for taking the time to hop on this evening. We're going to cover quite a few topics pretty quickly tonight. Kaylee's going to help us with several things this evening as well. She's keeping me on my toes because she's so motivated. So I want you guys to feel some of her motivation. And we're just going to start off with kind of orders of business. A couple weeks ago, I had you guys take out your calendars and write some things down, and some of the things have changed. First off, the workout this Saturday, the 25th, I do not have confirmation that we have a place to work out. So with it already being Tuesday, I'm canceling that workout. And I think since it's been so nice outside, we schedule one at a park or something because it's been so great. You know, we would have gotten blown away last night, but here in Littleton, it was ridiculously windy last night. But anyway, we'll get another one on the calendar, and I apologize. I had just been waiting and waiting for that owner to write me back, and nothing. So she had told me that we could do it anywhere, like anytime, but at the same point, without confirmation, I don't want to just show up. So take that off of your calendar. But something to add to your calendar, I think I was confused or I read the flyer wrong, so I want to make sure that I didn't confuse you guys. There is an event in Denver when Dr. Mitra Ray is in town, and it is at 7 o'clock on Tuesday.
14th.
14th, yeah. I was thinking that one was the afternoon, but she's in Boulder that afternoon at 2 o'clock. And then she is in Denver at 7 o'clock that night.
She's in Boulder at noon.
Noon.
At noon. Okay, sorry. And then back in Denver. Okay, so I think I was talking to a few people that were saying, why is it in the middle of the day? And, oh, I can't come. And so it is at 7 o'clock. And, yeah, perfect. Can someone do me a favor and message Janice and tell her our call's happening right now? She's just starting back up again. So can someone do that for me while we're talking, please?
Janice?
Janice.
And then on the 15th, March 15th, the day after Mitra's doing her talks, you had mentioned back a little while ago that she would do something with us on the 15th, or is that a no-go? Because I thought she was going to be up in Aspen on the 15th, 16th.
Okay, so on Monday, sorry, I need to look at my calendar. So on Monday, the 13th, there is a business training at 6:30 at the Olson's house. And that's 4 distributors, and it's a potluck just as normal. And she's going to do a business training for us. So promote for that. Yep, Tuesday, Boulder at noon. And then Tuesday evening at 7. Jeff also said there's going to be an informal happy hour right before that. So Rick, it sounds like it's a really great time for you to come visit us in Denver and come to all those events, right? About time. You've been gone for long enough. Get your booty back here.
That's funny. I just texted Kaylee. I was like, so depressing.
No, hop your butt in the car and come do it.
Oh.
It's not like you even have to catch a flight for that one.
Is it
All right.
Janice Colagrosso?
Yes, thank you.
I already messaged her.
Oh, both of you message her. Give her some motivation to drop the mic. Love it. Okay. The next thing we need to talk about is if anybody is at all interested in coming to Vegas. Kaylee, Diane, and I are going. Diane is Ken's wife. And there are still some available tickets that seem to be coming out of the woodworks. So, you know, Rick, if you want to send Allison, Jenny, you know, if you decide you want to come, Renee, Vegas, come on, it'll be fun. Tickets are $150, and they're trying to get rid of them at this point because I think some people are canceling, or like I said, they're coming out of the woodworks. So keep that in mind. If it's something you were thinking about and thought tickets were sold out, it would be great to have you guys come to Vegas with us. And it's kind of a women's empowerment conference. It's not specific to Juice Plus, but it sounds like there's going to be about 450 Juice Plus representatives there representing Juice Plus, and it would be great to have you guys join us in that. What else? So the conference in Vegas is having to do with GoPro, which I was talking to Jenny about a little bit this afternoon. And I had told her if she qualifies her business this month that I'll give her a GoPro book. And those of you who earned one before, I need to make sure that you got one because I still have a whole box downstairs. So Rick, I think I owe you one, right? Did you ever get one? Ken, I think I owe, okay, good. Ken, did you pick one up? No, so if you qualified your business for 12 Club for me to go to Elton's, I owe you a book. Let's see, I have Rise of the Entrepreneur or DVD of GoPro. Sorry, I had to throw something at my dog. He's licking. It's driving me like, now he's not licking anymore. Okay, but GoPro's really powerful tools and verbiage that if you want to download it on Audible, listen to it in the car, let your car be your teaching space, your educational space, because we're in it so often, it's easy to just put it on and learn quite a bit while we're just driving. But some of these things that we're talking about, like Jenny and I were talking on the phone today, and she's like, oh, I've reached out to this person and they just haven't gotten back to me. And so what I told her today is that it's her job to get back to those people, not the opposite way around. So whoever reaches out, it's their job to reach back to close the sale. So it's kind of using the example of Comcast. Like if she called Comcast to try and figure out what internet was best, and then she was comparing, Comcast probably wouldn't call her back and say, oh, you know, you had called us, I want you to sign up. She would probably have to call Comcast back to sign up after she did some price comparison. So just the complete opposite of that. Because she's reaching out to begin with, she should be the one to reach out. So what we decided today is that she was just standing in her own way. And Jenny, I don't know if you can share at all, but we worked on some verbiage. I even sent you some text messages that you could use. Did you have any success with that today? And if you can't talk, no worries, but just thought if you could.
Well, I got some people to respond back to me. One of the ladies said that she's not sure if it'll fit into her budget, so asked for some other options. So I gave her that as well. And then one other gal is really interested. She said she needed to talk to her doctor about the ingredients because she's taking other medication. And I said, well, it's just fruits and vegetables. And I gave her a picture of the back of the labels, and she says she's allergic to papaya. So I had told her what you had previously told me about that it's only an allergy when it touches the saliva. So by her just ingesting it and absorbing into the system, she may not have a reaction. So just to take it slow. Mm-hmm. So, and then I haven't had a response yet.
Cool, but more progress than maybe what you had this morning before we talked, yeah?
Yes, definitely.
Awesome. So that's kind of the name of the game, especially as we're getting towards the end of the month here, to just step out of your comfort zone and just ask, because the answer's already no. You know, if you're not reaching out, the answer's already no. If they're not reaching back or they haven't responded back, the answer's already no. So what does it hurt to respond back one more time? The verbiage that I had given Jenny, I'm more than happy to post in our team mix. But what I had told her is that the verbiage was, hey, our next Shred 10 is starting on the 6th, and we want to ensure that we get your product in time. I'm putting some orders in as we speak, and I just wanted to make sure you knew you were included. So let me know if you'd like to solidify your order today to hop on board with us. So I can send that verbiage for you guys to send too, but it just kind of puts a little bit of pressure on them that, hey, everybody's doing this. I'm submitting some orders. This train is leaving the station with or without you. We'd really like you to participate. All right. So speaking of verbiage, Ken had mentioned I was posting like crazy the other night. And I was because, you know, I don't think that I had gone through with all of these materials that are being put out for the Shred 10. I want to make sure you guys know where they're all at, and make sure that you know that you can give them to all your customers, and make sure that they know a spot that they're easily accessible. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys for a moment and show you a few things. Okay, so this is the team page. okay? And I did a couple things underneath files here. So we've had some things here for like the T120 and everything else. The most recent things here, we have a cookbook for the Shred 10. I don't know if you guys have seen this at all, but it is really cool. You can download it. You can send it to your customers. You can post it in your customer page. I also posted this in the Shred 10 page as a resource for our customers. So I'm going to show you guys that too. But these recipes are unbelievable. Like, I haven't had dinner, but that looks pretty delicious on the front there. I don't know about you guys. But some easy recipes and just some things that walk through it. Table of contents, these things are awesome. Okay, so make sure we're utilizing these not only for our own success, but look at that breakfast, guys. Like, yes, please. Okay, so that's one of the cookbooks. There's Healthy Living Ambassadors. Does anybody know what this is? Ken, tell us what this is.
The ambassadors are the kids, so it's a book for the kids to educate them on being healthy. And there's also a lunchbox makeover in there, so some lunchbox ideas for kids who go to school. So I did that with my kids, and they picked out everything that they want to see in their lunch boxes on there, and it's up on the fridge.
Awesome. And it just makes them so excited about, like, look at this. It gets them excited about healthy choices, right? They can get a sticker for each box that they decide to do. But I just wanted to make sure that you guys knew this was available. This is one of the brand new things they just released. And so I wanted it to be easily accessible for you guys. Look, there's like even a little certificate. I absolutely love it. And these are all free to us, guys. We don't have to pay a dime for any of this. So now I'm seeing if it'll let me back to, it was right underneath my record thing. There we go. Okay, the system guide. Oh no, here we go. So this is good for any of our Shred 10 participants. So I also posted this stuff in the Shred 10 page underneath files for any of our participants. Okay, so just awesome things that we can tell our customers, hey, make sure you're going in here and utilizing these resources so that they're more successful with it as well, right? And just kind of go through this yourself, and it gives you step by step by step things that you can do.
This is for the reps.
That's for the
Oh,
reps.
never mind. I didn't post this one in the thread. I don't think so. This is for the reps. I'm sorry. It's been a long day, guys. Long day. Good day. Busy day, but long. Okay. So this is for you guys. This is just for the reps, okay? And for people who are potentially looking at the business, you could share this with them very easily, okay? And it tells you even the websites to follow up with them for. So step by step, if any new reps are signing up on because of Shred 10, it's just really easy. If they can read this sheet of paper, they can be a representative. So they make it very duplicatable. I love it. And the last but not least is the Shred guide. This is what I posted in the Shred, I believe. You guys can double check me on that one. Make sure I did it right. Okay.
You're good.
Okay, good. But guidelines for the Shred, and again, this is what our customers can be using, all right? I love this picture. This is the picture that I send people all of the time when they're asking about gluten and dairy and what we eliminate and so forth. So all of that is available. You guys saw where I got this, right? So on our Team Mix page underneath files. The other thing I uploaded is underneath the photos. There are all these amazing photos that they've come up with. So not only do you have before and after pictures on the right-hand side, but the Shred 10 Healthy Living, there's over 50 different photos that you guys can use to post and everything else.
And you can use some different apps and put some other stuff on those as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like dates or whatever you want to add to them.
Right. Yeah, very much so. All right. So just know that this is for use at your disposal, okay? So just organizing it a little bit more to the shred 10. What did I do? Okay. And last but certainly not least, so I posted the flyers for Mitra's events here. Okay. And there's also some verbiage right here on this message right here. Okay. So when you say continue reading, and this is, Ken has been very good about utilizing this in the shred 10 page itself. But if you're interested in kind of some verbiage to check in with your customers, this is day by day by day. And literally all you guys got to do is copy and paste. It's pretty streamlined, pretty easy here, okay? Even shows which video to send them on day 0, which I know Ken was posting there. But this just seems so incredibly personable. Like you came up with it and you're thinking about them and they mean a lot to you and all this stuff, and all you did was copy and paste a text message. So it really would help you with customer care and everything like that. Does anybody have anything to add or subtract from what I just said?
I'll just add to this. I have been sending these messages out to my customers and it's been phenomenal. And hey, you guys. And what I've done also is the people who are doing the shred with me, I created a little Facebook Messenger group with them. So I had 5 ladies on it with me this last time, and it was great. So I didn't have to send individual text messages to everybody. I just sent the one to the Messenger page. And so it worked out really well. And they responded really well too. So use the tools that are here. They are here for a purpose and they work really well.
Awesome. And Kaylee, with that being said, I was patting myself on the back because I got the kids in bed, but we have a potty emergency. So I'm going to let you talk about the surge, and I will be right back, but listening.
Okay, so for you guys, Adeline, Jeremiah. Family business, gotta love it. So for the surge, if you guys were on the call for last week, where we moved it to Wednesday, there's a group in Canada who are doing really good, and they've created this surge to SC. And so I looked over the paperwork because they sent it over to us, and I want to do it. And what it really entails is it's for the people who want to move their business to the next level. It's going to take dedication and going to take ownership and accountability, but it's very applicable in what you have to do. And so a part of it, you might have seen a few posts from other people, is you have to create your own hashtag and creating your own like audience of who exactly you're going to go after. And it's just a really exciting a thing. They also break down your DMO and what it should look like to reach to the next level. And so there's 4 documents, and I can send them to whoever wants to be involved in this group. But just know that if you do want to be involved, it is going to require, require you to step out of your comfort zone and to really treat your business like a business. So it's been exciting. I just was diving into it a little bit last week and mostly today, and it's just opening my eyes up to what I need to do. Because I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I feel being like an independent contractor, I'm kind of lost of the direction of where to go and what to do with my business. And this seems to break it down into a very, I don't want to say easy, but a very good way to do it. And so it's breaking it down, giving you what you need to do so you can achieve the goals that you want to, and so you can help your team below you. So again, you can get duplicatable and repeating. So are there any questions, or is anybody interested in doing this with me? Mallory, awesome. Rick, awesome. Mr. Ken, awesome. Okay, so what I might do is I am going to create a Facebook Messenger page just with us on it, and I'll attach those documents to it. And then on that page, we can decide, who, or I guess when we want to be as well. Oh, and Jenny, cool. And so I'll just add you guys to that group and we can discuss about it. And Lindsay and I will kind of, I guess, take the lead on it, even though I'm going to be doing it with you. But it's really big on just keeping accountability. So I'll create that group and we'll keep going forward. My plan, since I am going to Vegas next week, is to absorb all what Vegas is and the GoPro mastery thing we're going to, and also implement this, and so really hit March like really hard. So that's my plan. And and Renee, awesome, I can add you too. So it's a lot of fun, and like I said, for me, I was struggling with where to put my my audience, right? Because Juice Plus is for everybody, but I don't relate to everybody, and so I need to find who I relate to, and I want people to come find me, and so this will help me figure that out. So
I don't know how to say me too, but
any questions?
I don't know how to say me too, but I would like to also be on.
Oh, and Debbie, awesome. Okay, perfect.
Thank you.
Okay, great. All right, cool. Well, I will add. I'll just create a messenger, messenger for all of us, and yeah, we'll go from there. And it's a lot of you guys. Hey, Jeremiah, Adeline, I'm on the phone. Please. Gotta love kiddos. But yeah, so it'll be good. But we got to work with our upline. So it'll be Lindsay, Rick, you're on my team, so I'll definitely be really guiding you and helping you out. So, but yeah, it'll be good. Give me 1 minute.
We didn't see nothing.
I know, right? Gotta love kiddos. But yeah, so any questions, I guess, is anybody scared? Are they excited? They've talked about this a few times on the Rip Rap as well. And so it seems, I don't know, it seems entertaining and hard, so.
So you're gonna, Diane's excited to do it after you con her into doing it.
Okay,
In Vegas.
Cool. Perfect. Perfect.
Scared, but I do have a question for you, Kaylee.
Yeah.
And by the way, you look fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
What do you mean, like, create your own hat, just like whatever you want it to be? With your own hashtag? Yeah,
so it's something that you are marketing for yourself. So there's a whole description in the write-up that I'll send you, and it talks about you want people to search for you, and how are they going to find you? And one way to do it is a hashtag. And so there's a description in the handout that I'll send you guys, and it goes into a little bit more description. So, for example, I have 2 hashtags. Mine is change of scenery, because I'm always on the move. I'm always places. And then also healthy is a choice. So I've used those consistently for a long time, and just need to get them out there more, and people can start following me from that. So
it's a great idea. I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody woke up.
We patted me on the back way too soon.
Well,
the real leader of Team Mix is here now.
She knows how to mix it up, huh? Yes, you do. She's like, who are you talking to? I said, you want to come see my friends? She goes, yeah. Oh, goodness. Now she's being shy. All right. Did you talk about everything you wanted to, Kay? Okay, awesome. Cool. It sounds like we have some people on board. I'm excited. It is so fun. You know, you hear the excitement in Nicole and Melissa's teams, and it's just so incredibly fun to have that momentum and everybody promoting forward and everybody hitting their goals and so forth. You know, it's contagious, that type of energy. So I'm excited, and thanks for talking on that tonight, Kaylee. That worked out really, really well with my thing too. So, But the last thing that I wanted to talk about is we had started on Thursday kind of talking about some fun launch ideas on how to make people more curious about what we're doing, but also by providing them more details about what we do and how it can help people, right? So a lot of people might potentially know that I do something relating to nutrition. My close people know that I do Juice Plus. However, just about, people that, I don't even think my parents know that Juice Plus provides benefits for us. I don't even think that, my closest friends know that this business creates time freedom for us. I think they assume that maybe from my personal training that I have more time than normal, or my schedule's weird, or whatever, right? I don't think that they're aware that I built this business while having babies, and I work this business around my schedule, and it's kid friendly, right? That Kaylee's kids can be in the background, my kiddo can sit on my lap. Mallory never goes anywhere without her kid, even though she wants to sometimes. And so we want to kind of trickle these facts out there without saying Juice Plus, but making it intriguing by doing Facebook Live. Okay? And we can do this anywhere we're at. We can do it by ourselves. We can also do it in a group. So we had kind of asked everybody to brainstorm a little bit on certain topics that they wanted to participate in, and different ways of doing it. Did anybody brainstorm? I can give you my big idea right now is to start off with like an opening, like get all of the either parents and kids or moms and babies together, and the live shot, the picture that's going to be on the screen for people to click on, is going to be us and all of our adorable children, right? So what did Jeff Olson call it? Pimp out the babies. Pimp out the babies, okay? So, but then it can be us parents or moms kind of talking about like what this is going to do for our children's health, and what is it going to do for maybe our time freedom in the future of being able to go to every single sporting event or school function, or, Kaylee's like the classroom mom, and she wouldn't be able to do that as a full-time engineer, which is what this business has allowed her to do. So that's my big idea, is I want to do like family-oriented Facebook Live. It's not going to be any longer than 10 minutes, but if a group of us got together, I think it would be really cool to kind of create some more curiosity for those other families out there that are maybe looking for the same thing. And we're trying to do it twice a week. We were going to kick it off this week. And it's just a matter of when our schedules line up and what other ideas you all came up with.
I have an idea
So I have a list of ideas. So you can do kids. You can do kind of like own your life, question and answer about JP. You can do something about the shred, a day in the life of the shredder. Maybe detox symptoms, talk about inflammation, talk about the healthy living revolution. And a lot of those we can just, talk about the program and not some, and that kind of part of it. How many fruits and veggies should you be eating a day? Pregnancy, health, and nutrition. The power of purple. Heart health, and then like a panel of moms, and then maybe next time a panel of dads. What if, maybe do some recipe ones where it's simple, like maybe the energy balls or just simple shakes, or just something throw together. Could do like testimonial Tuesdays and Thursdays where people come on and just give short synopsis of their story, how Juice Plus has helped them. Mm-hmm. And and on that, building on that too, just like health journeys.
I love it. And you did such a great job. I mean, ultimately this idea came about from you and I talking on the phone. Will you explain just quickly about creating this vision and what the Aussies have been doing with it?
Yeah. So like I told Lindsay, I was kind of snooping on the Aussies and seeing what they're up to and why they're moving so fast. And the way they're building their business is they're not building it as we do here in America. They're building it on a vision and a belief. They're expressing why they're doing the business and why people should be doing the business with them. And the product is what they're using to build their business. So like some of the people believe that moms should have a choice between mom care and daycare. You know, that's huge. That's a vision they have. You know, they have a vision of helping people, you know, become healthy, inspiring other people to become healthy and become financially free using social media. So they're really around the lifestyle of what Juice Plus can create for you, but they're building their businesses on vision and belief. And whatever your vision and belief is, you know, you come up with yours. But if you don't have one, then you use your uplines until you get one. You know, they made a comment. I was privileged enough to sit in on one of their success summits for 3 days and listen to a host of them. And, you know, a lot of them said, fake it until you make it. Make it look like you're up to something. Make it look like you're bigger than you are right now. You know, Lindsay's always said, you know, people will follow you if you're up to something, you know, if you're excited about something. So if you can create that curiosity, that stir of what are you, you know, what's Lindsay or what's Rick or what's Kenny up to or what's Kaylee up to, you know, people are going to start to pay attention. And they do a lot of stuff social media wise as far as just posts like we do, but they're more intriguing on a lifestyle post versus like a freedom lifestyle post versus the healthy lifestyle posts. Mm-hmm. So they build it on the lifestyle that you can get from doing this business. And also, you know, they do at their events too, they do the stories just like we do. You know, like, hey, Rick, tell us your story. How did you get involved in Juice Plus and how's it helped you and your family? You know, stuff like that. So, and they do really short synopsis. Their stories are 1 minute to 5 minutes long. They're very condensed. They're not long, but they interject them as somebody's doing a presentation. So, you know, if somebody's doing a presentation like Lindsay, you know, she might start it off and she might say, well, okay, Kaylee, you know, I got Kaylee here tonight. She's going to tell you why, you know, this is such a good business as being a mom on the go. And then Kaylee's going to come up and just say, you know, I was here. It did it for me. I'm here and it's helped my family XYZ. And that's pretty much it. And they're duplicating that pretty heavily and everybody can see how that is. Some of the biggest hitters down there is Adam Westwick. He's hit 300 club in 4 years. His wife's 200 club in 2 years.
And look at their Facebook page, you guys. Like, they have a helicopter on the freaking beach. Now, we can't even fake that one, but it's just really cool. Like, you want to know what they're up to, right? They're one of the power couples in Juice Plus, and it's really cool because they do this together. And I think there's a lot of merit behind that. But it just is cool. I mean, it looks intro, like what do they do? Freedom Lifestyle Movement. And golf followed by 1,000 people. That's insane. But you scroll through their news feed and it's so fun because you won't see Juice Plus anywhere, right? So blessed to be surrounded by such amazing leaders. And then you go down there, they're on one of our calls here. Close to 400 others creating their health and wellness worldwide, right? Wisdom by the bucket load tonight. So their team members are posting about them too. If we were posting about each other, it would help build us all up. Like if I did a post on Ken's page and said, wow, thank you for inspiring me tonight. People might be like, oh, Ken, what did he do? And it might spur some questions for him. So maybe we start doing that too, right? So it's just really cool. They just create intrigue through their Facebook page. So that just kind of gives you a little bit of an insight of what they're doing. They're posting their Zoom call just like what you're doing right here, right now, right? So kind of cool.
So while you were going over the Facebook stuff, Ken, a person who really came to mind, especially about the fun and the freedom stuff, Kristen Hilmer. I mean, her Facebook is just awesome. If you want to talk intrigue, I mean that's just who came to my mind.
Oh, for sure. I mean, really great job of duplicating that.
Yep, she's doing exactly what they're doing. You don't see too much Juice Plus on her Facebook page. Very little, if any.
No, and the reason we do that is because people think they know what Juice Plus is, and they try and decide what it is for us. You know what I mean? So, and they're like, oh, I don't want a piece of that. But do they want a piece of a helicopter on a beach? Yes. Do they want more freedom? Yes. Do they want more freedom with their children and with their finances and their life? Yes. So that's what the purpose of these videos and doing these live things is all about, creating that for all of us. And since there's such a large number of us, it's definitely something that we're able to do if we lock arms and do it together. Anybody else come up with some ideas? Debbie, I see your hand is raised. Feel free to ask your question.
Well, I can't figure out how to lower my hand, so I'm.
There you go. I got it for you.
Okay, thank you. I think but I do have one question.
You want to take a shower before the show starts?
Don't want to change the subject, but we did talk about the posts for 10 days that someone posted that we can copy and paste on our own group. And I don't know where to find that. I've been looking.
The post that I did that you asked me if you could borrow?
Maybe that's it, but I don't think it was you. I think it was the other gal that mentioned that, there's 10 days of posts for the Shred 10 that we can copy and paste on our own.
So that was on our team Facebook page. If you scroll down, I posted a lot of things the other night, and that was one of them. So just scroll down on that Facebook page and you can copy and paste those.
Thank you. I'm on information overload here, so thank you very much.
And we're recording this so you can go back and listen as well. So
perfect.
We're covering a lot of things tonight, I know.
Awesome, thank you.
Yep.
I came up with a couple of things too. Is it me? Okay. Well, I like what Jeff had said the other day about people are more intrigued by the money factor instead of talking about, the inflammation and kind of that route that we were talking about. I think it's important to talk about those things, but I think to capture people in and kind of rope them in, to talk about the time freedom and how you work part-time when you part-time hours for full-time pay. I really think that will capture some people's attention, and the extra money and what that means, that you can travel and have the time to do the things that you want to do. So, I think we can break it up into different segments and not really necessarily talk about them all at the same time, but that's kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah, I agree. Whole point would be to intrigue and then talk about all the facts and science to back it up later. But yeah, the purple pill, I think is the awesome one that stood out. Not the blue pill, the purple pill. The berries.
Oh, for the berries.
That's
okay.
What Got it. Come up with. But it's just intriguing. Like, people are gonna be like, the purple pill, what? So
I'm intrigued, and I'm even on the team.
Right? What's that?
The power of purple.
Oh, power of purple. Yeah, I like it.
And then I also like maybe asking people, what does your dream job look like? And kind of engaging with people so they can respond and see how, our answers will probably fulfill what their dream job looks like.
Mm-hmm. Very cool.
With the dream job thing, that would be a good time, Lindsay. I know at one point you had posted something about what, it's a mock job interview. Somebody goes in and talks to the boss and is like, okay, you want,
these are my stipulations,
but I need this. Yeah. Post that along with that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. It's just teasers, right? So it's teasers enough for people to reach out to you and go, Rick, what the heck do you do? Because it sounds amazing, right? So that's the whole point behind it. So with that being said, we wanted to post live videos. Did anybody come up with a good name for it?
I came up with 3 different ones.
Okay.
On a Mission for Freedom, The Power of Freedom, and the What If Movement.
Ooh, I like all of those.
Thanks.
Mallory, say that again. We didn't hear you for some reason.
I like the What If movement a lot.
Because
Like, freedom, I mean, you can misconstrue freedom in so many ways. Like, a lot of people have different definitions of freedom. But I think the What If movement, it just, like, I haven't ever heard that before.
mm-hmm.
Right? And it like, that blank at the end is like, well, what if blank, possibility, whatever it is. I think that's cool.
Mm-hmm. Ken, did you do any research on how the posts work if we were to create a page called the What If Movement, if that's what name we decide upon?
How what now?
Remember we were going to try and look into if we created a page to do these live feeds on or whatever, if it would end up showing up in our personal feeds, and how much, rather we should do a page or do it on our personal page.
No, I didn't. My apologies.
Okay, no worries. It's only been a couple days since we met, so. Is everybody following this idea though? Like, and how it could create some really good momentum and excitement for everybody?
Mm-hmm. I thought we had talked about maybe putting the video in the page, and then whoever wants to share it on their personal page, you can go ahead and do that.
Well, but what we were going to try and look into is if people are not a part of that group, if they would see your video if you shared it from the group.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Because if they're not going to see it, then there's no point, you know. So maybe it would be better if we did it on your page and then I shared it this week, and next week we'll do it on my page and you share it, you know. Because if it says if it's been shared 20 times, people are going to start looking at it.
The other avenue you can do, and I haven't looked into this or know how much it costs, but you can do a video and then sponsor it so it gets pushed out to people on Facebook to like that page. I don't know how much it is. We've looked at that, doing it for my other job as well. So it's not crazy expensive, but it is also a possibility just to get people intrigued going from there. But you can share, if you, like, I can share stuff from Real People, Real Life, Real Food, or whatever that one is. I can share from that page.
I know you can share it, but it's just a matter of who's going to see it if you do share it, if they're not already liking that page. Does that make sense?
But if I share it to my page, it goes to me. So whoever's following me will see it on their feed.
Okay. Yeah, if that's the case, then that sounds good. Cool. All right.
I have a question about that.
Yeah.
I am not familiar as much about how Facebook works, and I wondered if there could be like a list of, you know, things we should be doing and should not be doing on Facebook, because I'm part of this group called the Social Suite, SUITE, and it gives a lot of great ideas for direct sellers and how to post and what not to do and all of that. So I was thinking of maybe something we could post that works for Juice Plus, like certain.
Yeah, like some guidelines to be helpful when posting.
Right.
Yeah. We can certainly put a list together. That's a great question. Yeah, I think Jenny and I could get together and do that for you. What do you think, Jen?
Yeah, that works for me.
And then the other big place to come to is the Anaheim conference, because there'll be specific trainings on that specific thing. So if you need more help on that, they'll really break it down. They'll spend a whole hour talking about Facebook at the Facebook breakout training.
Great. So send me an airline ticket.
Right? It's a worthwhile investment for sure. I mean, I've mentioned several times that the first time Tegan, that's enough, please. that I came and I was making about a couple $100 in this business and went to conference and came back and started making a couple thousand. So it was worth my couple $100 airline ticket. I promise you, promise. So
Wow.
just food for thought, but the more, if you can go to conference and you can come to Anaheim, that's where you get a ton of training on these particular things. But we can come up with a little mock one for now.
So Lindsay, I was gonna say you did an amazing job last week. I've heard your story quite a few times, but I think that's the first time I've really heard it in that much detail. I can't believe you saw Titanic 4 times, but you did great. That was awesome.
Thank you.
So I wasn't there for that, but I'm somewhat of a know-it-all. Can I just chime in?
Yeah.
Did you see it 4 times in theaters?
Did I what?
Did you see Titanic 4 times in theaters?
Probably. Yeah.
The average female saw Titanic 8 times in theaters.
That's insane. See, I'm only 50%.
Yeah, you're totally normal.
Right. Good. I'm glad. I'm normal. At least I'm normal in something. Yes. That's hilarious. All right. Are you guys up for one more thing? I have one more thing I want to show you guys. And then after we get off this call, you guys can text me. I'm going to launch this Facebook Live thing with the mommies and kids. Okay, so anybody who wants to participate in that, let me know when you can get together and when we can launch the first one. Okay? And yes, we're going to pimp out the babies for that one. So that's what we'll kick it off with. And then I would like to make a calendar of who wants to participate, what topic, and when we're going to do it. We're going to do it twice a week for the next 2 months and see what momentum we can create. So if you want to get on the calendar, you want to participate in one, let me know. I'm going to make a calendar tomorrow with the topics, and then you guys can sign up for how we're going to do it together, okay? Sound good? All right. Last thing I wanted to share with you is, again, I was in the middle of this when we had an potty emergency. But I wanted to go back to this. Okay, this is healthylivingrevolution.com. If you guys have not been here yet, make sure you put it in your web browser. This is where you can send clients to get the recipe cookbooks to, like if they don't belong on Facebook. They can look at the ambassadors one right here. Okay, and then there's this little wheel in the right-hand corner here. If you click on this, it's going to be a secure page. This is for Juice Plus representatives only. And on the bottom here, Revolution. Okay, and this is just for representatives. Oops. My fingers hit the wrong keys. But you're wondering, Debbie, also where to get the text messages and stuff. All of this stuff that I just posted on our team page is in here. Okay, different videos. There's an online flip book. If you go to talk to a prospect, we kind of have our own version of this, but this is the brand new one they just made. So it's kind of cool. You can go back and forth, talk about different things, about the different products and so forth. So it's a really good presentation one. But we have all these resources at our fingertips. Here's some order forms for the 10-day shred, okay, in all sorts of different countries even. And all these different videos that you can use. Do you see all these resources, you guys? They're awesome. Any questions on this? This is an amazing, amazing page. Okay, so just play around with it. And here's even more cover photos and everything else that you can use. And you can save these to your computer. And then I had put a lot of these on our Facebook page, okay? But they just go on and on and on of things that we can use for this. Heck, that one looks like me. I should use it. What do you guys think? Boom. That's me. I modeled for that one. Just teasing. All right, so if you haven't used this resource center, which I am guilty of not using, now you know how to use it. Any questions on that? All right. Well, I think that concludes our call tonight, unless anybody has anything else to add.
May I ask you a quick question?
Mm-hmm.
So, I know at the beginning of your story, you often say, you talk about the first 30 days and then winding up pregnant. Were you doing the full dairy-free, gluten-free?
Just the fruit snacks.
Just the fruit snacks?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I
just want to make sure.
Right on. All right, guys, I'm going to stop the recording here. And as I said,